Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Mighty Stream. I'm going to do our February the 20th spiritual principle a day in a meditation. I hope you're doing well this morning. I'm running behind today, so I apologize for that. February 20th, in with generosity, out with fear. Generosity is an antidote to fear. And when we give freely, our hearts are filled. That comes from the Guiding Principles book, Tradition 7, Closing Reflection. Addiction is a greedy disease. Even without drugs, it leaves us looking outside ourselves for fulfillment. We buy too much or steal, overindulge, siphon off, and manipulate our way into more. More ego, more material possessions, more people, and ultimately more debt and more unhappiness. The fear that we won't get what we want plagues us. We hunger, we consume, yet we aren't filled. If more won't fulfill us, what will? We hear a lot in meetings about gratitude being a spiritual antidote to fear. But have we thought about generosity as another? If gratitude is expressing our thankfulness, then generosity is a demonstration of that gratitude. In times of pain, difficulty, or even complacency, one ideal default strategy is generosity. When in doubt or in self centered fear or self obsession, we can tell each other, reach outside yourself and give. Be of service. Call another addict. Get a commitment. Up the dough we throw into the 7th tradition kitty. Contribute. Practicing generosity by contributing to NA does more than fill our hearts. It gives us perspective too and reminds us to be humble. We ask ourselves, how can I be useful? Instead of armoring up with fear or indifference, we connect to others through our actions. Generosity isn't dependent on our fearlessness. It's being willing to give of ourselves, even if we don't know how to perform the commitment perfectly, saying the perfect thing, or put in the perfect amount of time or money. I think about generosity in terms of freedom. It's a physical as well as an emotional shift an addict shared, demonstrating with their body. Fear is closed off and protective, grasping and hoarding. When we're generous, we're open. The channels of mutual giving are unblocked. We're exposed to each other and we're freer and more fulfilled because of it. I'm willing to focus on giving as the way out of my fear and self-centeredness today. I'll let the spirit of generosity fill my heart and share love and gratitude with another addict. Let's take a moment of silence, followed by the we version of the Serenity Prayer. Moment of silence now, please. Thank you. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. I feel like I should repeat that. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Just for today, please and thank you. So there, you got a double dose today. And it's great. It's great to be able to be generous. It's great to be able to have gratitude. It's even more wonderful to understand that these spiritual principles of generosity, right, and gratitude can catapult us into action. It can force us, in a sense, in a very gentle way, right? It can force us out of our fear, our paralyzing fear sometimes, our self-centeredness, our self-obsession. And you know what? It's almost automatic because sometimes these thoughts of being self-consumed. What do I need? What do I want to do? Who can I get this from? Sometimes it seems like it's so natural for us to lean into that, right? But I guarantee you, the minute that you catch yourself doing it, if you say, I'm going to go help someone, and maybe it's not that you're going to go help someone in as far as giving away money or helping with a project or donating something. I am going to do something around the house, like clean the kitchen, vacuum the floors, whatever it is, sweep the floors, take the trash out. The moment that you get out of that self-consumed way of thinking and you step right outside of that boundary and go to do something else, your energy has to shift. It's very difficult. I don't know if it's true or not, but it's very difficult, I believe, to be focused on two things at the same time in a good way. I know people multitask and stuff like that, but a lot of times just that little bit of effort moving in a different direction can shift everything. Okay, let's try this today. Let's try, if you have the liberty. Some people are stuck at work and don't have the liberty. But even at work, you can be of service, right? You can go to your coworker and say, I'm going to get a cup of coffee. Do you want a cup of coffee? Would you like some tea? I'm going to get some coffee over here, or tea or some water. Would you want me to bring you a water back? Something so simple can change the energy within. Just a small act of kindness. Everywhere in my business and my home, you see the words, in a world where you can be anything you want to be, why not be kind? Right? It takes so little effort to be kind, so little effort to be of service to other individuals. And it can change everything, not just for them. It can change our mindset, the way we're behaving, the self-obsession. Just that small act of generosity can pull us away from that paralyzing fear. I want you to try that today. I want for you, when you notice yourself leaning back into self-obsession, I want you to try doing something for someone else. Even striking up a conversation, letting the other person in the same room with you know that they're important enough for you to acknowledge them and really ask them, how are you doing today? No, really. I'm not going to walk away until you tell me how you're doing. So this could be as awkward as you want to be, but I want to know how you're doing today. Just that little bit of expression of interest in another human being can change everything about your energy, but also for them. So today, let's work on being generous, okay? My name is MightyStream. I've enjoyed talking to you today. I know that you're going to have a generous day full of gratitude. It's going to be a beautiful day on purpose. Talk to you tomorrow.